Okay, I can hear myself now.
Kill me. Is that too loud? What is that sound? Are you playing music right now on YouTube?
I'm.
It's echoing. Did you
Yeah, I hear. Is it echoing in your
mute
headset?
the?
Is it that mic maybe?
No. It was his fault. It was a mixer.
Okay.
It was a mixer issue.
Okay.
Okay, we're live. This is the very first Anime North 3-day speedrun event.
Yeah.
Games finished adequately. We made it.
Only adequately.
Only adequate. We don't do those hard stuff, but we will show you stuff. Okay.
We'll try.
Okay. So the very first run of the day is given to the great Dorkmaster Flek.
I don't know about great.
Yes.
I don't think that's the right qualifier.
He has speed runs today, tomorrow, and Sunday. And he's actually going to close the show on Sunday. So
oh God,
no pressure or anything, okay?
Jeez.
But we're going to do Super Mario World. Now, if you guys want to do the schedule for the event, you just type in !schedule, and then you'll get the link, okay? And of course, we are doing this for Sec Kids, so to donate, just go to donations.torontotoptiers.com. Yep. I'm going to give the mic to Steph, who's going to commentate with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm. Yeah, Steph is a little familiar with this category now since she started running it as well. I'm gonna do a couple extra. Yeah, well, so do I. So I'm gonna do a couple extra donation things. I'm gonna donate $5 every time I lose Cape, $10 if I fail Doorfly, and $20 if I fail Cape Kill. Oh, yes, that's right. And so for Super Metroid on Sunday night, it's going to be a 100% run of Super Metroid, and we're going to do a save and kill the animals bid war, just like they do at GDQ. We're totally stealing their idea because it's a good idea. So if you're donating and you want to put your donation towards save or kill the animals for Super Metroid, make sure they die, please. No, do whatever you want, and we'll either save or kill them depending on what your money says on Sunday night. Yeah, stealing good ideas is a good idea. Okay, yeah, so yeah, hopefully I won't owe too much money at the end of this run. Let me know when we're ready to go. Yeah, no pressure. Dagnabbit. Are we good? All right, are we good? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, welcome to Run, Right, and Jump Simulator 2017.
This is my favorite game.
Yeah, it's the best game. The speed run is about 50% running to the right and jumping, and 50% using the cape to fly over absolutely everything. Just the way the developers intended. So the first level is really straightforward. All we have to do is run to the right and jump in the right spots. The most important thing is we want to maintain peak speed, which is the state where Mario has his arms out, like when you're going to take off, like when you have a cape. As long as you don't lose this, like that right there, jumping on things. As long as you don't lose that, then you're not really losing any time. So the most important thing is just to not lose that. And other than that, it doesn't matter where you really jump. Well, that was still almost a 361. So you can tell kind of how good you did in these levels based on how much time is left. So 360 is a standard time for the first level. If you're really fast, you can get 361, but it's very tight. And there's a similar thing in the second level here. This level is surprisingly technical, even though it's the only second level in the run here. We have to jump off this message box here. Oh, that's messing that up.
That's okay. You can do it.
All right, so... Yeah, take 2.
Oh, no!
All right, that's $5.
That's why it's called Games Finished Adequately.
That's why it's called Games Finished Adequately. That's why I was practicing this level earlier. So that just kind of threw me on tilt since the beginning of this level. You have to jump off the message box here.
Hey, there we go.
That is like the first kind of really tricky jump that you learn to do when you're speedrunning this. And then it's just basically we want to run on top of these little rotating platforms because they push you forward the longer you stay on them. So if you can stay on them, you get a little extra forward momentum boost there. And then at the very end here, we want to do a spin jump instead of a regular jump because that is gives you a little bit less height, which is good in this case because we don't want to run into those Koopas. And, okay, so 2:58 is a standard time there. And again, if you're really, really quick, you can get a 2:59. I've gotten a 2:59 a couple of times, but it's really tight, and you have to use those forward, the forward momentum off of those blocks. So you also might notice that I jumped over the mid goal in the first stage. The mid goals in this game give you a power up boost. They make you big. So you might be wondering, why did I skip over that? Isn't that a good thing that you would want? The answer to that is because we're going to use the fact that we're small coming up in Iggy's Castle at the end of World 1 here. So this level's a lot simpler than the second one. The second one is a little hairy because in order to maintain peak speed, you have to jump off that message block at the beginning and then, you know, keep your peak speed going without stopping.
I find it really interesting how like different runners of this game will have different choices in where they choose to jump and what kind of movement they choose to do. Like I noticed you use a lot more spin jumps than I do, like even in level 1.
Yeah, the spin jumps I'm kind of used to doing just because they give you less height. So climbing across here, I want to try to jump as much as possible because you get more horizontal momentum jumping. Here we are going to take this mid goal because we want to be big for the second part here. This is an auto scroller, so it's super exciting. It's the best part of every single speed run. I tend to use a little more spin jumps. It depends on the runner. There are certain points where you really like specifically want to use spin jumps. This fire flower power up that we get in here is going to be super important because we're going to use this to kill the boss really quickly. And he's going to be right through this door over here. So hopefully we're going to take Iggy out really fast. There he goes.
Nice.
So yeah, you want to pelt him with fireballs and jump over him and then just keep pelting him until he falls off into the lava, basically. So, and that gets you out of World 1. And that's actually, it's getting out of Yoshi's Island when you're trying to do like attempts of this game without, you know, any deaths or mess ups like dying in level 2 there. You reset a lot in the first couple of levels of this game just because like because you're small, you're having to do all of those really technical, really specific jumps, especially in like the second level in YI3. In Yoshi's Island 3. So now we get to go grab a cape and start flying over things.
Are you trying to tell me there's a part of the speedrun after Yoshi's Island? I've never seen it before.
Yeah, I know it's hard to believe, but if you persevere, then one day you too will see that. So we're going to jump off this guy and grab the feather here, and then we're going to do what every kid did when they played this game, which is get a cape and fly over the entire level. So what we want to do here is, if you cape pump with the right rhythm, you can actually gain height as you cape pump here, and that lets you fly over this entire level. And what we're trying to do is fly over this pipe at the very end here, and not kick the key down. That is the best. That is the best screw up I think I've ever had.
That is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
This is fine. This is fine. We can still get up there. Because you can still get up there. What we do is not get hit by that guy. We dodge the baseballs.
This got exciting.
Yep, backup strats. So, there.
There we go. There we go. Nice save.
You can still fly up there.
That is much better than what I would have done.
I've never actually managed to do that before. That's the first time I've ever managed to kick the key off of there. That is spectacular. Now, that wasn't a death, but I'm still gonna donate for that because that was a spectacularly stupid thing to do.
That's gonna go in the GFA highlight reel.
That's going in the highlight reel. So this pipe here in this level, we can fly up here and try to grab this Koopa. And that weird color on the pipe where it's half orange and half green, that happens if you do that grabbing it and coming back down fast enough. So what we're gonna do here is not get hit and lose cape. We need to take this P switch over here and bonk this in a very inefficient fashion to get the key there. So you saw that when I was holding the shell underwater and P switch and other things, I was spinning. You can spin while you're holding something. With most people probably don't know because you usually use Y to spin, and you're holding Y in order to hold an item. So while you're holding an item, you can also use X to spin. So that's what I was using to do those spins to try to knock the fish with the capes. This ghost house level is easily the most difficult level in the entire run to go fast in. It's really tricky to do like good speed strats in here, and I'm not. Okay, there we go.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. So normally what you're supposed to do is to take the P-switch over and and climb up the vine to get up here. But we can just, because we have the cape, we can just fly up here. So as long as you get that, you get in the right spot, you have enough room to fly up if you take off from the very left side there where you get the P-switch. And then you just have to beat this Boo boss, which is a pretty straightforward boss. We basically just want to throw the blocks up as he's fading in. His hitbox becomes active when he fully fades in, but you toss the block up so that the block's kind of inside of him as he's fading in. So as soon as the hitbox becomes active, the block just hits him immediately, so you don't waste any time, basically. That wasn't even like a really good, efficient way to get through the ghost house, but we kept Cape, so it's okay. Okay, so the Star World is actually the least stressful part of the run, probably, because the levels are pretty straightforward. Here, I tried to get the zip down here. So you can zip down these things if you're careful, like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was a little hairy. You don't want to zip too far down to get to that key, or you're going to go past the key. And what happens is it's because only 4 of those blocks can be spinning at any given point. So when you spin jump down there and you start moving to the right or left, you get more than 4 blocks spinning, and the previous ones that got hit stop spinning, and they kind of force you, they clip you through the remaining blocks there. This level's really straightforward. We just come up here and we swim across the entire top of the screen, and then we come down at a certain point so that we can swim under the bottom of the level to get the key. So this blue Yoshi is just like an object for us to hold to go fast, because you go a lot faster when you're holding an object when you're swimming. It's got weight. So Star World 3 is the best level in the entire game because it's really short. Yeah, best level in the whole speedrun. That's my favorite level because it's like the simplest one to do. So this is the last kind of hairy level, which I really don't want to die and lose my cape here. So in order to get to the keyhole here, you're supposed to have switch palaces hit, but instead, we're going to get the cape, and we're going to fly under the bottom of this stage here, very close to the bottom where the death part of the screen is. We have to go really low because we don't want to land on this platform right here, but once we passed it, we want to start coming back up so that we can land right here and grab the key.
Nice. Good stuff.
And then you don't need to have the switch palaces in it. So now we've successfully made it to Bowser's Castle with cape in tow, so that's great. So in Bowser's Castle, what I'm going to try to do here is in Door 2, there's a trick that we can do called Door Fly. So when you're doing the cape floating animation where you're holding onto the cape and you're sliding on the ground, if you enter a door while you have that, I didn't get it. If you enter a door while you have that, you still have the state where you're in flight, and then you have a very tiny window. I think it's 1 or 2 frames I think it's actually frame perfect when the room fades in. If you jump immediately while you're holding Y, you can still be in the flight animation, and so you can actually like float over that room there. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to get that because the window for it is like almost frame perfect, basically. But what I will do is attempt to show you how to use the cape to shorten the Bowser fight a little bit here. I'm gonna take a save and kill that guy because we don't want to be losing our cape here. So in the Bowser fight, you can use the cape to shorten the fight by about 40 seconds or so. If you by flying up to the top of the screen, and when he throws the Mecha Koopas out, if you're coming down at the right point, you can bonk those Mecha Koopas and they'll just land right on top of him immediately, and you won't have to grab them and throw them up. So I'm going to see if I can do that right here.
Hey, nice.
Okay, so I got the first one. Now I'm going to throw this one off the screen because I don't want it to be on the screen here. I want him to throw 2 right now.
Yeah, and he won't do that if there's one.
And he won't. Yeah, he won't do that if there's
one.
Yeah, that's right. There'll only be 2 on the screen at once. So that's the first phase done. So the first phase with the cape, that's the hardest part of cape kill. The phases kind of get progressively easier as the fight goes on. So the first phase is the hardest. So the second phase here, you might remember he drops a bunch of balls on you. So we're going to try to skip one of these 2 ball dropping animations here. So if we get him over on the left side of the screen here, and he should stop and throw the ball right now, we're going to take off.
Nice.
And if we hit him when he stops there, that should skip the second ball throwing animation. And then when he comes back over here, he should, instead of throwing a ball, he's going to toss the Mecha Koopas and get hit again. So that saves time because we time is going to be when Peach appears falling out of the the clown copter, because that's the point where you actually lose.
Oh no! That's okay. That's okay. I think you can do this part like without cape.
Well, I'm
Mostly.
gonna miss. So that's one free hit on him. And what's supposed to happen is I run over here and fly up with the cape, and do like I did before, where I would land right on top of him, and he would just immediately get hit with the Mecha Koopas. But instead, I just have to hit him with the one more there. And
Nice.
Here's time.
Nice. You beat my
So
PB.
so I messed up. All right, cool. Well, not even sub 12. What a scrub.
Wow.
I'm exposed. I've been exposed. Oh, I meant me. Can't get sub 12 in a marathon. Exposed. Yeah. So that final hit is going to lose a bit of time there because I didn't manage to stay up in the air, and of course because I died in the second stage there. But yeah, that's 11 exit. This is basically. Oh, hi Elm. How's it going? I just saw the chat window and there's a bunch of Elm messages.
Where did you see the chat window?
Oh, they pulled it over the side there. So yeah, so that's 11. That's 11 exit. And that's a really fun. That's a fun, like, easy speed run to pick up. It's pretty straightforward. It's basically the fastest route to Bowser that everybody took when they were a kid. You know, knowing how to go through Star World. So if you're thinking about maybe getting into speedrunning, if you're interested in it, Super Mario World is a pretty straightforward game to start learning to speedrun. It's not too hard to get into, and it's got a really big, active, and very friendly community. So I highly recommend giving this game a try if you want to try speedrunning it. Start with 11 exit, and then you can move on to other categories. Like we do, like No Star World or All Castles, where you kind of go through most of the map, and then there's 96 exit, where you do every exit in the game, basically.
Or you could be like Don't and do 2016 exit at the end of 2016.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
That's a very bad idea. That's 96 exit 21 times, I think it was.
I think so.
For 2016 total exits, that was Dode's idea for a marathon at the end of 2016. That was a bad idea. I think it took him like a day and a half.
I heard there were a lot of foreheads in his chat.
Yeah. So yeah, yeah. Now we're gonna do Mike Tyson's Punch Out. So stay tuned for Daniel.
Okay, we're gonna do Mike Tyson Punch Out. Mike Tyson blindfolded. Just Mike Tyson, not the whole game. Just Mike Tyson. But it's gonna be blindfolded.
That's
so.
amazing. Dude, I saw a lot of you switch over.